Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to another Barkeep stream. I am your host, as per usual, Barkeep. Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're having a good evening. And I'd like to welcome on in everybody to a nice, chill evening stream. Usually I don't go super late, and that's been to my own detriment, I think, which is kind of unfortunate because I like being up late. I'm very much a night owl in many respects. And I'd like to be doing a lot more streaming, but for me, I needed to find something that was just, how do I put it? Low brain quality, like zero energy stuff. And I really couldn't think of anything I really wanted to do there because, I mean, everybody and their mother has done Minecraft or some variation of it. And I know that everybody's gone to Stardew Valley, and, people are probably looking at this tonight thinking to themselves, Stardew Valley? We've played this a million bajillion times. Even my mother and my grandmother's grandmother have beaten it. So, to kind of alleviate that issue for myself and for my viewers, what I've done is I've installed 66 mods. I've barely even skimmed over many of them, so in that essence, I have no idea what's going to be in these packs for the most part. And I'm hoping because of this is going to be mostly a new experience for me. I mean, I've done decent amount of gameplay in Stardew Valley. I don't remember exactly how much I've done. Let's check. I've played 417 hours, 417.2 hours of Stardew Valley. So it's safe to say I'm not terrible at this, but in no way am I like some of the people that are out there that have perfect Stardew Valley records, like they've gotten everything. So, yeah, fairly substantial, but there's a lot more we can go through, and with having all these mods installed, I think we can really have ourselves a good time with, getting reintroduced to the Valley and having a good time with it. So, I suppose this comes as an official announcement for the entire channel. Stardew Valley is now our chill day stream. If I'm ever feeling like I'm low energy or not really feeling it, but I want to be on, then you're most likely going to see me playing Stardew Valley. And that's the decision that we've come to. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and load the damn thing and put it up on the screen. I have some tea brewing in the background because I figured why not. I even popped out the fancy tea tonight. They're really nice stuff. It's a just peachy blend. You can't go wrong with peaches. I really like peaches. They're probably one of my favorite fruits out there. I'll probably be something we'll try to go for when we build up this farm, I think. But yeah, it's a combination of peaches, apple, wild berries, and other tea flavors. It's one of those fancy rooiboses. It was like all the rage back in what, 2020? I agree. I love peaches. Like that's just a top tier fruit. Good stuff. While you're debating picking up tea or not when you were at the grocery store the other day, it's expensive, isn't it? You look at one of those nice boxes of tea out there and it's like, gee, I'd love to have that. And then for me, looking at it, it's like, oh, we're going to have this for like $7 or something massive. All right, just one second. Stardew Valley is being a goofball, and I think that's mainly due to the fact that Vortex and such, like, want themselves to launch through it for whatever reason. I tried making a shortcut, but it's not doing the thing it's supposed to do. So let me see if I can't get into the insides of this thing here, pop it open, and make it work like it should. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. And I think if my hearing has not completely gone, just kidding, I've got really good hearing. I'm gonna go see if that's the kettle. We'll load up the Vortex Med Manager really quickly. Yeah, it's the SMAPI. SMAPI extension. So I tried making a shortcut of that, but that wasn't working proper, so I'll probably be next time where I have that all configured correctly, and it won't be as much of a burden. But I know it launches proper through Vortex, so that's easy peasy for me to do that, and I'll be back real quick while I wait for a Smack to launch, because it's 66 mods. It's a big one. Big. Good job, stream. Even captured it while I was away. Don't you just love when technology works out for you? Hello, BKB. Here we are, Stardew Valley, the modded version, to say the least. So let's go ahead and start up a new game, of course. Why, there's always a lot to choose when you go through the initial version, Stardew and so forth. Nothing really was changed much when it comes down to this whole thing. Hey, Nuke for Prez. Welcome on in. We're having a bit of a chill stream. Just decided that we're doing Stardew Valley for chill stuff. When it's like, you know, late night streams and I'm low on energy and stuff like that. So, this is it. This is the game. This is the one we're going to be using from now on. And, I've put 66 mods into it. All in the time frame of, like, what, 1 hour? It was fast. So, even I don't know what went into this damn thing, but it looks like things are pretty set up the way they should be. Anyways, just get my headphones to be correct there. And let's see. Name's Barkeep. Farm name. Man, I could never think of a farm name. You know, I bet all Stardew Valley and Harvest Moon and Rune Factory players have that kind of trouble. They can never come up with a farm name. It's like the hardest thing. It's like trying to name a Pokemon. Although I tell you, I'm definitely more of a dog person than a cat person. Probably go with this little guy right here. What's my favorite thing? Character creation. The bane of every gamer in existence. You know, I can definitely remember there's been a lot of days where I've just been sat in front of a screen for hours thinking to myself, what the hell do I call this MMO character? It's not a good look. That's the opposite for you. You've already got it, like bing bang boom. Crazy, man. That's crazy. You're a lucky dude, Nuke for Prez. You're a lucky man. Be able to snap out all those ideas on command. It usually takes a moment of mulling or two for me. You know? Yeah, names are difficult. I mean, my good friend in the chat here, Hollow, the dude, the stuff he works on, I don't know where he pulls his names from. I mean, that guy must have some sort of a crazy mind palace where he can just walk around and pull names out of. Because he's crazy smart, that guy. Shoot, what is my favorite thing? Like, I don't wanna be a lame, put in a stupid, lazy answer like streaming, right? Because I bet you there's like 10,000 Stardew players on Twitch that have done that. Do you know what? Screw it. Favorite thing is steak. Hell yeah. And I do really like steak. The unfortunate part is that it's brutally expensive to get one of these days, but on the off chance that I do get a steak, it's a pretty choice for a meal. Farm name, though. I'd call it just, I don't know, farm. Robin would kick me in the shins if I did that. That would be brutal. My grandpa would be crying in the background. Well, how about this? Since it's gonna be like kind of the farm that we do our late night streams and such on, I'll just call it Midnight Farm. That'll probably be a good name for it. Now we gotta pin down the Barkeep look. And I tell you, it's not hard to do. But you definitely gotta have the right hair for it, right? Usually when it comes down to hair, it's kind of like that. A little wave on the front there and parted at the side. As for shirts... You know, I've always liked that jacket, but it's definitely not what I'm wearing for most days. Unless... No, I can't change it. No modifications for how you look, rat. See, I'm kind of wondering if they've got a sweater in here or something of the like. I mean, I'm Canadian, right? I gotta have stuff that's, like, perfect for me being in the cold and such. That's kind of like a sweater, isn't it? And if you thought that wasn't true, Canadians all have sweaters. I mean, that's a fact of life. We sell more sweaters than anywhere else. You know? Like, you want to come down to somewhere where you want to get yourself a good sweater, go to Canada. That's for dang sure. They got all the nice warm clothes. You want to get a jacket, you know? We're all prepped up, because our weather goes down to, like, -40 in a bad season. And you gotta be prepped for that, otherwise you're gonna be freezing like a popsicle. I don't know, I'm thinking probably like a gray sweater or something like that. I mean, look at this thing. This is like a tunic if I was from, like, Legend of Zelda. And this right here... I feel like I'd be a Christmas elf in that. It makes me wonder, though, do people actually wear belt buckles up on their shirts like that? I've never seen that. Well, that's more like a poncho. I apologize if I sound a little bit stuffy. I got conked out at, like... What was it? 3 o'clock today. I wanted to stream earlier on today, and it was just like, nope, you're gonna fall asleep, and that's how it's gonna go. Alright. I think that kind of looks like a grayish, blackish sweater. It's probably, right for me. Got a lot of different pants in this, but I think, like, pants want to be fine. For pants, make it black too. Black pants. And that'll probably do. Another accessory, of course, has to be the beard. Because as any good person out there knows, every Canadian has to have a beard. Obviously not true, but... I mean, I definitely have one. You know, it's kind of funny. When I was growing up, I really wanted a beard, and I mean, like, I really wanted one badly. I don't know what it was. It's like tiny 12, 13-year-old me was like Harry Potter mode on the whole thing. I was wishing to myself, oh, please, please, God, whatever you do, give me the genetics to have a full bushy beard. And, you know, whatever presides up over us, or, you know, has created us, I don't know what, decided to say, hey, yeah, Barkeep gets a beard. And I'm rather pleased about it. So, it wouldn't be a Barkeep without the classic Barkeep beard. Alright, this all looks good, I think. I wonder what kind of farm I want here. You get a beach farm, wilderness farm, hilltop farm, forest farm, riverland farm. Four Corners is kind of like for group play only. I don't know, I'm kind of stuck between the forest one and the hilltop one. To be honest, I like both. Alright, there's only one way to solve this. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Get your tiger by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Yeah, that's fair enough. I bet you anything a coin toss would probably be more proper for that, but... that guy quite not me right now. What do you think I am, Scrooge? I just got, like, piles of coins on my desk? Alright. It might take a while here and there while it's loading up and such. Just because we have so many mods stacked into this beast of a thing, but let's check it out. And for my very special grandson, I want you to have this sealed envelope. Thanks, Grandpa. No, no, don't open it yet. Have patience. Now listen close. There will come a day when you feel crushed by the burden of modern life. Is that so, Grandpa? Because I'm right there right now. And your bright spirit will fade before a growing emptiness. He's just monologuing while I'm tearing open the letter right there. When that happens, my boy, you'll be ready for this gift. Now let Grandpa rest. I kind of like that. XX years later. Reminds me of the old games I had out. Like Mega Man, you know? Ah, yes. Georgia Corp. I've always wanted to know why that guy's licking his lips so much. It's probably the drugs. Hey, look! There's me! That's a perfect, accurate representation over there. They even got the dead look in the arms right. That's perfect. So it's kind of neat. There's something I wanted to mention here is that they give you the option to open up like the thing right here, but I always clicked around a bit wondering if I could just like close it back up or like fuss with the monitor or the mouse or something. I'm surprised that Concerned Ape didn't have some sort of, I don't know, crazy hidden secret involved somewhere with this. Because he's got all these buttons here, he's got the date and time and everything, D-Disk and temp drive and all that, but nope, this is just for popping open that letter. Dear Barkeep, if you're reading this, you must be in dire need of a change. The same thing happened to me long ago. I had lost sight of what mattered most in life, real connections with other people and nature. So I dropped everything and moved to the place I truly belong. I've enclosed the deed to that place, my pride and joy. Midnight Farm. It's located in Stardew Valley on the southern coast. It's the perfect place for you to start your new life. This was my most precious gift of all, and now it's yours. I know you'll honor the family name, my boy. Good luck. Love, Grandpapa. Yes, Lewis is still alive. Smack him in the face for me. Will do, Grandpa. Will do. See, this is why we got a good machine here, because you can see it just chugging right now. Down to the bottom corner, it's like loading, 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 loading. Oh god, what have you put onto my back? Loading, 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 loading. And here we are, into the valley. Gosh, you know guys, it's been such a long time since I've played this. It'll be just like coming back into the game for the first time. I hope. Hey, little bird. Click, click, click. And here we are. Hello, you must be Barkeep. Yes, that's what they call me. I'm Robin, the local carpenter. Mayor Lewis sent me here to fetch you and show you the way to your new home. He's there right now, tidying things up for your arrival. The farm's right over here, if you'll follow me. And here we are. A beautiful, beautiful little farm on the hillside. On Barkeep, the local farmer. Yeah, Nuke for Prez. It's This is Midnight Farm. That tickled me pink right there, my friend. What's the matter? Sure, it's a bit overgrown, but there's some good soil underneath that mess. With a little dedication, you'll have it cleaned up in no time. Maybe. Maybe not. And here we are, your new home. Ah, the new farmer. Welcome. I'm Lewis, mayor of Pelican Town. You know, everyone's been asking about you. It's not every day that someone new moves in. It's quite a big deal, especially if they're a barkeep. So, you're moving into your grandfather's old cottage. Good house. Very rustic. Yeah. Mind the floorboard goblins. Rustic, that's one way to put it. Crusty might be a little more apt, though. Rude! Don't listen to her, Barkeep. She's just trying to make you dissatisfied so that you'll buy one of her house upgrades. Damn, Lewis knows how to clap back. Anyway, you must be tired from a long journey. You should get some rest. Tomorrow you ought to explore the town a bit, and then introduce yourself. Townspeople would appreciate that. Would they, Lewis? Would they all, really? Oh, I almost forgot. If you have anything to sell, just place it in this box here. I'll come by during the night to collect it. Fish, weeds, anything. I'll touch it with my bare hands. Well, good luck. You guys ever think about that? The fact that Lewis just, like, reaches in there and grabs anything you might have, you know, slopped in there. Because I remember on many accounts there's Stardew Valley streamers out there that put nothing but trash in there. And I'm thinking to myself, poor Lewis. It's not even anything of value. Why would you do that to the poor guy? Okay. There we go. Starting out in Stardew Valley. Let's see what we got here. Whoo! I see a glimmer within my scrying orb. A shard of knowledge from the future. Spirits are very happy today. They will do their best to shower everyone with good fortune. Hip hip hooray. And parsnip sneeze. Nice. Here's a little something to get you started from Mayor Lewis. Very nice. Well, it's kind of good timing right here because we're coming up to a little ad break, so I will see you guys in just a moment or two after that ad break is done, and we'll do some Stardew Valley. We'll get to it. Hey everybody, welcome back. I got myself my peach tea. It's tasting better than it ever has, I must admit. Well, okie dokie. Nice thing about Stardew Valley here, and probably one of the big reasons for why it's a prime pick, is that even if we do go on to an ad break that has been customized so we don't have any pre-roll ads, is that we don't miss a single second of the action. Literally not even a single second. Anytime I go into the menu, nice pauses. So, just checking out a couple of new things we got here. We have our axe, our scythe, our pickaxe, and everything else. Usual spread, looks like. Skills in here, this all seems to be kind of the same here. You know, you got cooking, combat, fishing, foraging, mining, and farming. Social stuff. But up. If we take a look through here, it seems there are lots of new people that have been put into the mix, and there's also new clothing for everybody as well. Very, very neat. So I guess when we're going into this version of Stardew here, we're not going to be plonking around with our usual spread of just, you know, this guy, that guy, and so forth. We'll have a couple of new people to meet and greet, I think. Or at least I think so. It's looking like there's a whole bunch of new people added in. Cursory look at the map. This thing is huge now. A lot of different areas and some such, but yeah, there's a lot on here I just do not recognize. And of course, there's been a lot of stuff that's been shifted around or made different. So this is going to be a unique experience, I think. For crafting, I see 3 new items in here that I'm not familiar with, so let's take a look at that. We got a canning machine, 10 iron bars, and 5 copper bars. That's pretty expensive. It's used for canning mostly seafood. We have the DNA synthesizer. It's the most high-tech machine on the farm. Use it to create animal DNA from products. I have no idea what that would be used for. And it's very expensive. This thing takes like 5 iridium bars, a rusty cog, and 5 diamonds. I don't think we're going to be making a DNA synthesizer anytime soon. And then a meat press, a machine used for pressing animal DNA into meat. Also a little bit expensive, but not as bad as the canning machine in any regards. They're both the same amount. Let's see. Collections. These are much bigger than usual. Especially cooking. And we got achievements and letters, as usual. Anyways, I don't see anything different from that, so let's go out there and start doing our usual. Hey Barkeep, I forgot to ask you when your birthday is when you moved in. I wanted to make sure I knew so that I could make a record of it in the town's documents. I want to make sure you feel welcomed after all. Just fill out this form here and you'll be good to go. Well that's spring and 20th. There we go. Okay, spring 20th. I'll make sure to remember that. See you soon, Barkeep. Incidentally, that's, yeah, pretty correct for what my actual birthday is. That's May 20th. Dear Barkeep, we'd now like to inform you that Khadijah's recipe shop is now open for business. We carry recipe books and rare goods from all over the Ferngill Republics, and our stock is always changing, so don't miss out. You can find our stall in the unused ice cream stand in the town every day from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. We look forward to doing business with you. Zamir and Kajia, the proprietor of Mascot and Kajia's Recipe Shop. Neat. Of course, we gotta do a little bit of maintenance here, because our farm is completely overrun. And I want to be planting them parsnips. That's what these are, right? Yeah, parsnips. Now, to tell you the truth, I've never actually mucked around with parsnips when growing stuff IRL. Things I've grown in real life, as one might say, typically usually range from things like strawberries to green beans to spaghetti squash. I'm a huge fan of spaghetti squash. That stuff is extremely delicious, and most people cook it in a variety way that it's like they do it up like vegan spaghetti, I guess you could say. Now, the type of way I like to do it up is with brown sugar and butter. And I like to have that baked up in the oven. And I recently found out that you can do them up in an air fryer too. I remember seeing this online. Somebody called the air fryer an easy bake for adults. And while I shook my head in disapproval, I couldn't help but acknowledge that that wasn't entirely off the mark. It stung. It stung. Okay, 15 seeds. Let's go ahead and make some stuff here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Which I think is kind of neat. Like, he thought about it. He must have thought about it when making this game. Concerned ape, of course. And he must have thought to himself, well, hey, if I give them exactly 15, then people who have sensibilities to, do it orderly like this will have a perfect 3x5 for putting down their farming stuff. And, my little, 2-neuron brain thinks that's beautiful. I do not claim to be the smartest man in the world. But stuff like that. that's just enchanting for good old Barkeep. Let's check out the rest of this area here. I know we've got, like, the hilltop ones, so we've got a mine somewhere, I think it is. And having a couple of materials out of mining wouldn't be too terrible, I think. That is, if we have such a thing. Ugh. I forgot moving around this area starting out is God's awful. Everything's in your way. Your tools are crap. Wow, look at all this. Alright. I think I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Oh, yeah. And we've got a little restoration thing, and I know what that is, actually. And I thought it was kind of neat. They have a resting mod. And it's a nice little stamina restoration thing where if you stand still, or if you have a seat somewhere, and you actually take the time to rest, this little stamina gauge down here will slowly refill. Now, I'm all for, divvying up what you got during the day and trying to figure out what all you can do, but through all the hours I've played, it's one of those things where I think to myself, I'd rather have a nice little way to restore some stamina than having to trek all the way over to a particular building that'll, unlock later for restoration of stamina. It's not intense as that building, and I think the way it is nicely leveled out. So that was one of those ones where I was kind of like, I'm not sure, but I do like what it is. Okay, I can dig those up. Although I'm very low on energy right now, I gotta be careful. I don't wanna faint during my first little foray. I know there's a bunch of stuff over there that I want to come back to, but we'll have to wait. Can you imagine what they'd say to me? Local farmer comes into farm, does work, immediately faints. That would be embarrassing. Let's get a chest started. I usually like to have a chest outside here, and I kind of call this my greens chest. Just local forage and runoff produce and stuff like that. Kind of like a junk chest, to be honest. Later on, we'll have access to another chest. I think we'll probably put it in for, like, copper ore and stuff like that, but that's for later. Introductions. It'd be a nice gesture to introduce yourself to some people around town. Okie dokie. And getting started with cultivating and harvesting the parsnip. Those are 2 initial quests. Should take a look around town and see what's going on, because already I'm seeing a whole bunch that originally wasn't there. Like, look at this place. There's no way in hell I'm getting into that until I have access to a better axe. I don't know, like silver? Gold? That thing's big. Jeez. Oh, they got a little garden back here now. Neat. Alright, so we have a whole bunch of new people in here. We have birthdays and whatnot. And look! There's my birthday. I share a birthday with Shane. I didn't actually know he was on the 20th. Or maybe I forgot, but that's neat. That's good tea. Let's talk to some people, see what they're like. Oh! You aren't exactly how I imagined, but that's okay. I'm Jody. What? What did you imagine I would be like, huh? It's a quiet little town, so it's very exciting when someone moves in. Have you met the other farmers in our community? Don't think I have. Oh my, aren't you a cutie? Blushing already. Welcome to the valley, dear. So exciting when someone new moves in. Have you met my son, Victor? I don't think I have. Hello, you must be Barkeep, the new farmer. I'm Caroline. My husband runs the general store here. Have you met our daughter, Abigail? She's the pale one with purple hair. Purple hair? It's crazy. Purple hair. Oh, I can read it on your face. You're gonna love it here in Pelican Town. If you're ever looking for something to do in the evening, stop by the saloon. That's where I work. Couple of new outfits. Very nice. Well, hello there. I'm Gus, the chef and owner of the Stardrop Saloon. Purple hair is a red flag. Really? I like how different this place looks. Barkeep approves of the bar. It's good looking. I don't know, I've seen a lot of different hair colors out there, and purple's one of them I don't see all that often, to be honest. The ones I always see is like pink, red, green. Green's a common. Why, hello and welcome to our little community, dear. You can call me Crank Grand if you like. Hey kid, the name's Pam. Don't be a jerk and we'll get along fine. Now I'm gonna dump all of her beer into the river later. Hey, I'm Sam. Good to meet you. And what's all this? Oh, hey, so you're the new guy, huh? Cool. Hey there, come to pet Dusty? Yes, I would like to pet the dog. Let me pet the dog. Can I pet the dog? I want to pet the dog. Oh, hello. I'm Penny. Oh, aren't you just the one who moved in? I'm Myro. Been looking forward to meeting you. Oh, and she actually has, like, the glasses on, too. I was wondering what that red thing was across her face. You know, with a small town like this, a new face could really alter the community dynamic. Exciting. I get worried when she says this. He's talking about having a new face, and it could really alter the community dynamic. It's like, scientist, you know... I've seen too many movies, my friends. It's kind of a warning sign for me, you know? Like, I've seen too much human centipede and stuff. I'm worried that it's gonna go in a dark direction. Of course not with a calm game like this, but... Hello, it's nice to meet you, says Leah. Picked a good time to move here. Spring is lovely. And don't I know it? I'm wondering if there's anything else around here that's interestingly new or different. Oh? Is Graveyard different? Dewey. He was only a cat, but he was human enough to be a great comfort in hours of loneliness and pain. Our beloved Mona. I don't know what this is. Unap dunyo do pusuten snarls op hamp o tode na dudu small fulonozol yen hoi or late tall. And that roughly translates to Barkeep is great. You should follow his channel. In loving memory of Robert and Alice. Yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I know what that means. Ooh. Daffodils. That's always good. Well, that's that shop they were talking about with the rare recipes and stuff. Kadja's... I think I'm saying that right. Or maybe it's just Kadja's recipe shop. Pelican Town, open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday, except summer. New wares daily. Well, alright, what do you got? Sorry, we're closed right now. Oh! They just closed up shop. There's like a little community farm down here. It is! It's a community garden. Honey harvested here is used in a variety of dishes served at town festivals. Look at that! I like that. That's cute. It's always nice to have something like that in a little community area, I think. Yup. Dandelions. This garden space hasn't been used in a long time. I don't know if it ever will be. It's an interesting looking area. This is all new. This has all been, like, expanded and such. I don't know much about it. I think that's really cool, because I like seeing the original areas expanded upon to this much of a degree. Because usually I never ever go by Joja Mart, but now the pathing's been built up that way, and I feel like that's somewhere I would go. It's late, though. Should probably get back. As much as I have a proclivity to stay up late myself, staying up late in this game usually tends to make you pass out. Let's go ahead and sell. Ooh, no, I shouldn't have done that. I need these for things. Ah, well. That's okay. We'll put them in here for later. But I really shouldn't have done that with the leek. That was silly of me. I mean, I'll get a little bit of money, but... Which is honestly not that bad. 60 gold for leek and 30 gold for daffodil. All in all, that's not terrible if you're starting out. Hi there. Good morning. Good morning to you, too. I've noticed that you've been breaking some rocks open and finding ore. That's good. If you want to get the most out of the ores you find, you'll need a furnace. Just so happens I had an extra set of blueprints lying around. Here, I want you to have them. Just randomly gives me blueprints. The furnace allows you to smelt metal bars. The bars can be used for crafting, construction, and tool upgrades. Come by my shop, come by my shop, come by my shop. When you've smelted a few copper bars, consider having me upgrade one of your tools. It can make your work a lot easier. Come by my shop. Well, okay, I'm heading home. Take it easy. Benefits of having a hilltop farm. What does this say? Oh, dear Barkeep. We'd now like to inform you that Kaja's shop is open for business. Wait a minute. Didn't I already read that? Uh-oh. It's broken. Oh, well. That's okay. I'm sure that's going to resolve itself. I know it's open. You know it's open. But do they know it's open? Bobby Gaby. I really do hope that auto resolves itself, otherwise I'm going to have to look into that. Because this is like as annoying as a Discord ping being eternally there. Let's go down this way. Thinking maybe I'll do some more season greetings and such. See what people are up to before I start really getting into the farming and clearing up the farm aspect. Of course, I'm here very early. Oh, hey, Shane. I don't know you. Why are you talking to me? Guess I want to be your friend, Shane. I like beer, you like beer. That's all we need to know. Beer, the bridging commonality between all peoples. That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do. Ooh, can I pet the dog? You give Dusty many pets. That's perfect. That's all I wanted out of this today. Just pet the dog, pet the dog, pet the dog, pet the dog. Perfect. Life is now worth living again. Wait, what'd you say? Something girls football. Yeah, alright. I'm just really happy I got to pet the dog. That's good stuff. I didn't even know they added in a dog until I looked over in that direction. Have you met my mother? She's the town's carpenter. Maybe. She's the one who tried to fence off a whole bunch of upgrades on me, right? Hey there, you're that new owner of Midnight Farm. My manager held a meeting about you. I work part-time at Joja Mart, says Martin. Or forget what I said about that meeting. Could get me in trouble. Whoa, he's whipped? He's whipped by Joja. Never a good look. It's irritating to have to meet all these new people, huh? Name's George, by the way. Buzz off. Alright. How you doing, Gran? Don't mind my husband, George. He isn't very friendly to strangers. If he sticks you in the side with a knife, just walk it off. If you get to know him better, he'll warm up to you. Actually, the shop's open. Let's see what we can get. Yo, Pierre. Hey, it's Mr. Barkeep, the new farmer. I'm Pierre, owner of the local general store. If you're looking for seeds, my shop is the place to go. Also buy produce from you for a good price. Little agriculture can really inject new life into the local economy. I'm just sad that I can't buy this yet. But he's got parsnips, cauliflowers, taters. Taters are my favorite. Kale seeds, Jesse's, cheote. That's a new one. It's got cheote. That's probably what it is, or cheote. Takes 13 days to mature and keeps producing after the first harvest. It's a trellis item. And holy crap, is it ever expensive. Cloudberry seed. Clouds? These aren't as expensive, but they take a long time to mature. Oh, that's why these are expensive. You can plant these in spring or summer. And these will just keep on producing and producing and producing. We got lingonberry seeds. Continues to produce every 2 days. Takes 10 days to mature. And they're only spring. And then you've also got white alpine strawberry seeds. Wow, look at all these new seeds we've got. I'm impressed. 10 days to mature and continues to produce. It's not bad. We have basil seeds. We've got cabbage seeds. Onion seeds. Not my favorite. Parsley seeds. Passion fruit seeds. Takes 12 days to mature, but keeps growing after that. Got spinach, chamomile, shaded violet. I'm sorry, what are these? Beast seeds, beef vine seeds, bison seeds, chicken vine seeds, fowl seeds, mutton vine seeds, oh my god, meat seeds. That's terrifying. I don't think I'd ever want to try one of those. Yep, farm table meat. Jesus. Bean starters, which are pretty good. We've got a rose and spring rose starters. Neat. Oh, and this one over here, it's expensive, but that's spring, summer, and fall. So then there's the usual selection of like cooking materials, wallpaper, and whatnot. The catalog, which I can never get. A whole bunch of saplings, and then new saplings too. Got blood oranges, cherimoya, chestnut, clove, jackfruit, jujube, Maybe sapote. Lord, that's a mouthful. Mangosteen, mayha, pawpaw, purple pluot. These are delicious. I think it's quince. Quince, is it? I only remember this because I used to have an Australian co-worker, and that guy used to work on a quince farm, and he said quince paste is disgusting. It's kind of like Vegemite. So I was like, huh, two weird foods produced from Australia, and they're both shit. What are the odds? Stone pine, tamarind, almond, Asian pear. How many trees are there? Jeez. Got cashew sapling, fragrant wisteria, Granny Smiths, lemons, and limes. Ooh. Lemons and limes, man. I want to have these too, because I love lemons and I love limes. Ever since I got to learn how to actually make stuff with these things, like lemonade and whatnot, these are some of my favorite trees. Anywho, should do something that's affordable to us. And I'm almost sold on the whole thing like lingonberry seeds. But I'll tell you what, I've always been a big fan of strawberries. So, let me think. I get like 5 strawberry seeds. What else do I want? I really do like passion fruit. So I get like a thing of that. The spinach seeds, these things seem to go real fast. It's like 3 days to mature these things. And they can be spring or fall. So I got like 4 of them. So yeah, I'm out of money, but at the same time, I think I'm doing pretty good here. For seeds. Should I wear something special to the aerobics meetup today? I don't know. Should you? I think it's kind of neat that they have like a community center integrated into peers like that. Might just be me, but I like it's not just there for like, you know, buying stuff and that's it. Also, these people are rich. Holy crap. Hello, dear. Having a productive day today? Don't overwork and hurt yourself. Wouldn't want you moving away so soon. Local cougar homing in on local farmer. You know, if I'm not picking up those vibes that are being put down there. No messages. Seriously, though. Whoever this is, they are loaded. They even have a SNES and a Sega Genesis. That's how you tell somebody's parents are rich. Victor has a Ghost Station 1 and a Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Gotta love those off-brand product placements. Talk to me. Talk to me! Have you met everyone in town yet? That sounds exhausting. It is. Just a little bit. But I'm gonna try. Well, that's right. I heard someone was moving into that old farm. It's kind of a shame, really. I always enjoyed exploring those overgrown fields by myself. Oh, hey, it's Marnie. Mayor Lewis told me you just arrived. I'm Marnie. I sell livestock and animal care products at my ranch. You should swing by sometime. Will do, Marnie. When I actually have animals on my farm, that is, which will probably take a while. Oh yeah, it's Haley. Oh, you're that new farmer boy peasant, aren't you? Huh? Oh, I'm Haley. If it weren't for those horrendous peasant clothes, you might actually be cute. Don't like you. Don't like you at all. Definitely not my number one choice for host would be on my favorites list. Anywho, we're going to go back to the farm and do a little bit of work here. Get some seeds in. Chop down a couple of trees. Try to ignore the broken mail message here. Just try to ignore it. How do I want this to look? We'll put the trellis baby right here. Down here in this little quadrant over here, we'll put down our 4 spinach seeds. And then up over this way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, a little bit of clay. We'll put our strawberry seeds into here. I think that looks just swell. The only problem about having one of these alpine situations is trying to get more water for the watering can. I have not made a mental note of where it is. Therefore, we are kind of in the shit list for trying to find more water. I think it's like right down here or something. Ah, there it is. Good old stagnant pond water. It's the best way for anybody to get themselves ready and loaded up on getting stuff for your farm. It's what gives the crops the extra yum-yum factor. Yeah, that's the... I was always curious about that. It's like, do they actually have a lake in these farms, or does it run through an underground source? It's one of those things I never figured out, and I don't think they'll ever tell us about it. Just a random factor in the entirety of the grand scheme of things in Stardew. So you might be wondering, why am I chopping down trees? Well, I need wood. The burden of not having a big backpack is one that many feel in the starting days of Stardew. But by beholding my big brain, Chad-like gamer moves, you can see that it is easy for me to craft a chest and distinguish myself from other gamers by just making a chest for all of my ground stuff and whatnot. This will be where I put all my ore, my coal, stuff like that. I'll probably have this somewhere else later on, but I like it. Looks nice. And now whenever I'm resting or I have to come back here for something, it's not going to be a gigantic chore just trying to get, you know, things into their proper place. There are a lot of rocks around here. That's kind of neat, to be honest, because we found a really big rock in one of our gardens back when we were doing some gardening of our own. Turned out to be a bit of a geode of sorts. Had a whole bunch of quartz lines running down all along it. And, had a whole bunch of sections exposed on the rock itself where quartz was just gleaming. I thought it was really cool to find that in the middle of the backyard of all places. Because that's one of those places where you don't tend to find that sort of thing. Like, I'll tell you, when it comes to quartz, it's very common within rocks and stuff like that. You know, you won't have much of trouble cracking a rock open or something like that, and then finding... Oh, a chicken statue. Jeez, alright. It's an artifact. Neat. There's two of them. What am I going to do with two chicken statues? Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry I got derailed from my original statement there. Talking about the fact that quartz isn't pretty much just any stone out there. It's a very common material. And for the most part, you'll just find it in just like very small specks. But if you ever find it to a point where it was like coated on in large gemstone formations, that's a little bit more rare. It was kind of a nice reminder of having that from one of the places we moved from. It was neat. Anything new in here? Nope. Boy, these days go by really fast. And I mean, like, really particularly fast. Because I feel like we just go out, we do something, and it's like, blam, at the day already. That's kind of like akin to real life, too. It's kind of got me off my rocker with that there, you know? Kind of a little too close to home. Wake up, day goes by. You suddenly realize it's like 5 p.m. at night. Oh, that hits too close. Well, we got level 1 foraging, hip hip hurrah for us. That's 1 plus to axe proficiency. Trees will sometimes drop seeds. And we now have 2 new crafting recipes. Wild seeds for spring, and a field snack. Pure granola. And level 1 mining of all things. I can't believe that. The only reason we have this is because we have a hilltop area to mine stuff from. That usually takes a long time to get. Rainy day today. It's good news for us. We don't have to... Oh, you son of a bitch. Bro. Oh, man. I don't have scarecrows. That's going to be a butt to deal with. Crap. I don't know how to get rid of this letter. I hope that's not going to impede other letters. I'll check that really quick. Oh, I see. So that's kind of funny, folks. We've run into our first little mod snag. I was kind of eventually thinking that there would be a bit of a hang-up somewhere through this, but it looks easy enough to fix, I think. So I'll just quickly do that. And we haven't done any big work, so I'll just exit real quick, and we'll have that fixed up in a jiffy. I knew this was kind of bound to happen because I was doing a whole bunch of mods, like there's 66 of them within the pack already. So I knew there might have been something. It's easy enough to fix it. We'll just remove that. And thank God for Vortex, eh? Because Vortex makes things so much easier to do when it comes to modifications and just trying to add anything to a video game, I think. Let's see. There we go. That looks like it's good to go. You know, back in the day when this was just kind of like very basic, I think it was a different thing rather than Vortex. I think it was just a Nexus plugin. I think it was. I was using this a whole bunch for launching Oblivion with Oblivion mods. That was kind of my first little whole foray into the entirety of modding with Vortex. And Vortex is kind of like the new way that things are done. But yeah, I remember back in the day, just tons and tons and tons of Oblivion mods. And I've been sitting there for hours just trying to figure out which Oblivion mod didn't work with which Oblivion mod, because Bethesda games have a fun little way to kind of figure out how to get them working when it comes to conflicting mods. Is that the game will load up usually. It'll show the Bethesda logo, and if you pass the Bethesda logo into a full load, you know you've done it right. But if you get to the point where it just doesn't work, and it crashes on the Bethesda loading screen, then you know you have a conflict. Let me just check. I know those ones up there say out of date, but I know that's not true. Because I downloaded them today, damn it. I downloaded all of these today. So don't be a goof. Do not believe what the machine says. If you pass the Bethesda logo, you've already made the game more reliable than the original devs did. And how? I know that's a total pot shot at Bethesda, but goddamn, those guys really need to get on their bug check game. Seriously. It's just one of those things I think about often, is just why, and how did anyone think that the whole debacle of Fallout 76 was a good idea? Because I strictly remember that whole thing was abysmal. Bugs out the wazoo. They tried to get out like tote bags, right? And turned into giving people like garbage bags as a replacement. It was nasty biz. And that Todd Howard, he got away with it. Have you ever seen a YouTube series called Honest Conference? Birthday? Already done the birthday. Maybe this is because I did another redeployment for mods. That's okay. Yeah, I don't think I've heard them. Ah, there we go. See? Just a little bit of work and bada bing, the letter problem is fixed. So basically, they're very, very quite new, and they use AI to dub over conference footage. And the first one they did was for Starfield. It was amazing. Well, damn, dude, that sounds like it's very cool. If you'd like, you could post that into the Discord, and I would very much like to watch that later. If I don't remember it on my own, like, Nuke for Prez, my good friend, you can generally rely on Barkeep's memory to remember stuff, but there's a lot of times where it does not function properly and it short circuits a little. It's not very often. Usually I've got a memory like an elephant, but in some cases you can catch me off guard. Some cases. Keep finding cool stuff, but my backpack is full. That's exactly what I'm saying. Does this sound like you? Well, Pierre's got you covered. Stop by Pierre's general store today and check out their affordable size 24 backpack. See you soonish. Maybe-ish, later-ish. Hello there, just got back from a fishing trip. You should come down to the beach sometime. I've got some for you. Willie. Neat. That bastard crow still picked out one of my parsnips, and I'm very, very agitated about it. Oh well. It's nothing nature can't fix, eventually. I'll just pop down these big seeds here and pretend it never happened. You hear that, guys? Never happened. Never happened. So, we should probably go down to the beach and see what Willie has for us. I think everybody knows what it is by now if you ever played Stardew, but I like to give it just a little bit of razzle-dazzle, a little mystery. Or if somebody does not know, Then, my gosh, Oshkosh Bagosh, let it be Barkeep, who travels with you in these magical circles, and opens the door to possibilities in a realm of new adventures. They're something along the lines of that, I guess. It's in the dank memes. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you very much, Duke for Press. I appreciate that. See, that way I won't forget it. Oh, this is new. Blue Moon Vineyard and Beach. Shit, I'll check out the vineyard first. Wow. These guys know how to grape. Who's in here? Show yourselves. I wish to know who they are. A moving box blocks your path. Sophia? Alright, there's somebody called Sophia in here. Alright. They've kind of got the setup that I do for farming stuff. But theirs is just like strictly vineyard grapes and whatnot. You can go down into the beach this way? Oh, so cool. I'm liking it, guys. I'm liking all these modifications so far. Oh, here, son. Heard there was a newcomer in town. Glad to finally meet you. I can't talk like that. That would hurt my throat so bad. I'm still trying to unwind from a month out on the salty seas. It's a big haul. I sold a lot of good fish. Finally saved enough to buy me a new rod. Here, I want you to have my old fishing rod. Here, it's important to me that the art of fishing stays alive. Here, and hey, maybe you'll buy something from the shop once in a while. You received a bamboo pole and learned the art of fishing. You know, it'd be funny. In one of these games, you get like a bamboo pole or, you know, like a fishing rod to start out with. But despite that, your character just doesn't know how to fish. Ends up hooking their eyelid or something. That'd be horrible. I've heard of it happening, though, in real life. People, like, they get fishing stuff, but they still just don't know how to fish. There's good water here in the valley. All kinds of fish. Oh yeah, my shop's back open now, so come by if you need supplies. Supplies? I'll also buy anything you catch. If it smells, it sells. That's what my old pappy used to say, anyway. If it smells, it sells. Ooh. Do not let the internet know about that one. Yeah, neat. I feel renewed. Source, calm, peace. Are you hearing seagulls? Source near water. A lot of neat new buffs and such. Nifty. Ah, glug, glug, glug. It's the last of my peach tea. And it was thoroughly enjoyed, may I tell you all. I encourage you. If you want to get into a nice little state of calm, especially when you're doing a game like this, go get some tea. It's never a bad time for anyone. This is neat, I can sit at these little tables here. Nice. But what did I want to do today? Oh, right. Chicken statues. They've got a museum all the way over here, and I would be remiss in not giving one of these to Gunther. Also, I wonder what this person actually has now that they're open. Welcome! Kaja is happy to see you too. And they have pepper, salt, brown sugar, chili spice, cumin spice, curry powder. They have milk, spring onions, beef, chicken, and recipes such as crab rolls, tropical fruit salad. Oh man, that sounds really good. I would love to have a fruit salad like that. Banana, dragon fruit, papaya, persimmon, and pineapple. Oh, I gotta remember that for like later on when I want to cook. Like in real life, I would want that. Because I tell you, I love dragon fruits. Those things are bliss to me. Not a lot of people like them over here in the West, but I do. I really like dragon fruits. Man, these recipes are expensive. Jesus. Bangers, beans, and mash? Beef ribs? Beef ribs. Oh my god, yeah. I had some pork ribs not that long ago, and they were the most delicious things I'd ever made. I learned this brown sugar base rub that I converted into a marinade with the help of oil and liquid smoke flavoring. It was really good. And sweet and sour pork with rice. Oh, yum yum yum. Man, it's making me hungry. It's a good thing it's late. Otherwise, I'd be going in for a snack or something. Be happy about tomorrow because I know I'm going out for din-dins. I'm going to get some Thai food. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, here we are. Oh, ad break. I'll be right back. And we're back. apologize. That one really snuck up on me. I think that's something I gotta figure out sometime in the future, is I gotta see if there's a method to kind of have it so I can see it before it comes up and slaps me right in the face with one of those ad breaks. I know it's not great, but it's probably one of the best systems we have in place for that. Anyways, Gunther over here saying, Abbey Small. Not a single piece in the entire collection. What's this? You found something? Let me see it. It's a chicken statue. The best one I've ever found, and I expect $1 million for it. Remarkable. It's very old. I'd love to study this in greater detail, but it is yours. I've got a favor to ask you. Would you consider donating any new artifacts or minerals that you find? We can make a groundbreaking discovery together. Oh, and who knows? If you keep donating, I might come across some interesting items to send your way. It sounds like a win-win proposition, old G-Dog. Think about it, will you? If you decide to donate, just bring the objects to the front desk. I like this. I actually have, like, new glass containers for everything in here. Not that I was opposed to the old display, but I like what we've got going on here. Behold, a chicken. Ah, that was a quest for us. We got 250 gold from it. Nice. Making money, making gains. Unfortunately, we got like 2 of these things, so I'm gonna have to sell off the other one. I feel bad about that. I wish I could just like plonk, put it down somewhere, but it is just not an option. I mean, I think there's another one you can get somewhere later on. And it's not too terrible to get it, but this little guy right here, he's just selling fodder for right now. Speaking of, there's a couple of things I'd like to go and take a look at. Just a little bit of pre-preparation, which generally involves foraging flowers and, you know, forageables you can find during the spring season. I'm hoping that now that we have a bit of a bigger area to go into, there might be more areas for us to forage from. If that were the case, it'd be mighty convenient. Come to think of it, I've not really done much foraging in my life at all. Like, I've been on a couple of walks here and there, a couple of hikes, and I found things such as, like, wild strawberries and so forth. But I've never actually done foraging in a proper way, so to speak. Ooh, that one's a silver tier. There's a lot of people out there that are into the foraging culture, or so I hear. Mushrooms being one of the big ones out there that people do. Holy shit, it's foggy over here. I didn't know the area was so foggy down this way. What the heck? There's a lot of good stuff to be found out here, but that fog is thick. There's a log up this way, I can't get past that. Oh my god, speaking of mushrooms, look at that. There's a whole bunch of common mushrooms out here. Very cool. So we got Aurora Vineyard and Pelican Town back the other way. And I've got to tell you twice, I want to know what this Aurora Vineyard is all about. Oh, shit. place is completely broken down. Oh, that's bad in here. What is this? Ancient doll. It's an artifact for the museum. Neat. A whole bunch of other things around here, too. Trash. Oh, a note. Aura Vineyard bankrupt due to market crash, I think? Yeah, that's what I think it says. Stardew Valley. Something the effects allowed or lowered demand of crops. Local farmers are unable to find vendors or something to sell something. There's an expected... Yeah, I don't know what that is. The Fern Gill government has administered a something to help farmers. Mayor Lewis... Something farmer of Stardew Valley, something financial insecurity, news of, I don't know what that is, and something. From Grample, exports to other regions, is expected many will follow. C.S. Reuter's company. I have no idea what that's all about. The kitchen is completely overgrown. Plastic bag has a Joja logo on it. It hasn't been here long. Couch smells very musty. Ew. Table looks fairly new. Someone has been here recently. So there's somebody in this? Spiders living in the shelf. One waves to you. Hello, little spider. So somebody's actually living here. I didn't know the farm had, like, hobos now. The Dawkins residence. I don't know who that could be, but maybe I'll find out someday in the future. I wish I could pick that up. It's a wild horseradish and I really want it. Oh, there's two of them. I may have gotten a golden dandelion, but is this really how everything plays out? Must I be trapped in this cycle of inadequacy through a small backpack? Terrible times ahead for people with small backpacks. And I can only revel in such pain. I get out of here. It's getting late. I came in here expecting to find, like, a small area. And my dumb idiot brain launched me into the entirety of a forest. Not good. Oh, God. Whew. Okay. Legit thought we were going to be stuck. I was kind of spooked out about that. Hello, hello, best friend wizard. Oh my god. You think to yourself that maybe, just maybe, there's something magical about this place. That's a giant cauliflower. It's locked. You can hear someone inside, though. Man's a magic man, making magical cauliflowers. Twice the size of a human head. Well, more than twice the size. It was like, what, 3-4 times as much? Oh, there's stuff up this way. Neat. So I don't think I need any dandelions for right now. Come to think of it. So I could probably just sell these all off. I'll probably keep one of the common mushrooms. And that ancient doll, that's going to be for later. Otherwise, we've pretty much ended out the day here. Lest I want to go back and do just a little bit more cleanup. Which would not be terribly too inadvisable. So yeah, we got our dandelion, we got daffodil, otherwise I'm selling all of this stuff. Choom, 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 choom. And yeah, I've got a full energy bar, so why not? Cleaning up the farm probably isn't the most stimulating exercise to ever been invented, but it is necessary. Plus, later on, we're going to need lots and lots of wood. Because we'll be building stuff, we'll be making stuff, we'll be building and making stuff. Now, if that doesn't sound like the most exciting thing in the world to you, then I don't know what you're watching this for. Plus, I'm thinking maybe I should probably get a little fire or some torches started up and around here. It is dark at nighttime. Never hurts to have a little bit of extra light. I don't care much for sap. Anywho, I'll probably do for a little bit there. Let's greet the next day. Oh, wow. A lot of money for these, especially that gold star dandelion. Just dandelions and just like in the group that they are. That's a good amount of money for it. Never forget, friends, foraging. If you ever want to make a whole bunch of money starting out, just get forage. Ooh, right in my ears. Big old cock-a-doodle-doo. The only other place I remember in my recollection that I've ever heard a chicken go off like that, or not chicken, a rooster, get the two mixed up, is Hawaii of all places. I was just off in the hills somewhere in a local farm. Now, I gotta say I've been hazed by games in a way. Oh no, this shit is back. I thought I fixed this. Damn it. Oh, whatever. Anyways, I've been kind of hazed by games. I've kind of been gaslit by them in a way because I thought that a rooster would only do its old cock-a-doodle-doo routine once. No. They go off many times in a row. And I do mean many, 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 many times in a row. And it's not from, like, a special amount of time in the morning either. I don't know, maybe this one was just distinctly on a whole bunch of cocaine or something like that, or it was just a crazy rooster. But I remember it going off from the entirety of 5 a.m. in the morning, which really sucked because I wanted to get some sleep. And it would continue on, and continue making a whole bunch of noise until 11 a.m. in the morning. I think that's when it would try to stop, or the farmer shut it up or something. I don't know. But it was then and there I learned that roosters excruciatingly noisy. I mean, yeah, it's good. They'll get you up in the morning if you're a farmer. There's no doubting that. Not one bit. But at the same time, it's kind of like to be... If you're just a tourist in some area, then holy shit. You're going to have yourself a bit of a time trying to sleep with that. Because it's going to be pounding on your ears all times in the morning. Relaxation? A rooster doesn't know what that is. It lives to make noise. Well, okie dokie. I think that's kind of cleared up the farm just a little bit better there. Not too terrible. I'm definitely miffed about that whole letter thing over there. I thought I had that fixed up, but... next stream. Next stream I'll have that fixed completely. For now, let's go ahead and give this doll to Gunther. Before I do that, though, I have all this money. Let's go and buy things. I know I should probably be saving up, but getting a whole bunch of these seeds and whatnot, I feel is really good to do right now. Wallpaper is really cool looking. I know I shouldn't get it, but... I'll spend it. I'll spend the money to get that. Tell you what, I'm gonna go get some roses. I think that's a fun item to get. These things all work in like spring, summer, and fall, so I can like plant this somewhere, and it's just gonna keep going and going and going. And I won't ever have to worry about them becoming an issue. Thought there would be more spaces along that little area there, but... Since these are pretty, I'll just put a couple of them right over there. Why not? Maybe you can put one right over here. Yeah, I know, that one's broken. But yeah, that's neat. I didn't think I could put a couple of plants over there, but I got some roses for later on. They'll look really pretty. Haha! I like that background. That's neat. I didn't think we were going to get such a neat little background wallpaper to put in our house so early on, but hey, if the game provides, the game provides. Anywho, ancient doll to Gunther. Let's go. Not sure if I've really greeted everyone yet, so... We're very lucky to have a library in such a small town. When you're lost in a book, it's easy to forget the realities of your life. Maybe that's why I like reading so much. Sorry, I got carried away there. She read too much. Now she can't stop talking. That's very, very common problem for a lot of people. You get started up on something and it's just like, it won't stop. It won't stop. Oh wow! I saw new things in here. Seasonings, collection of spices for preparing a delicious meat rub. Yum. They've got cheese, coffee beans. That's neat. Alrighty, G-Dog. Here's your thingamajig. I didn't think I'd be finding so many artifacts so early on. Or, well, those things out of everything that I could have found. Which is neat. Because usually when I'm starting out, most of the artifacts that I find are usually things like ores, small findings on the beach here and there. That's usually the sort of stuff you find. And that's why I remembered to be, you know, some of the stuff that you'll find just generally starting out. And it's a great place to restore energy. You got the seagulls, they make you happy. You have calm peace because it's the ocean, right? And then we're having a nice little sit down. So of course that would restore a good amount of stamina pretty quickly, I think. And I like this. I like this mod that just restores your stamina from sitting and being in a calm, tranquil area. That makes sense to me. And at the same time, you can see that, you know, time is passing by as well. So it's not like I can just, you know, sit here and abuse the system. I actually have to do a trade-off of time for energy. This is a nice area to do it in. It's good stuff. I even found a little oyster. Constantly filters water to find food. In the process, it removes dangerous toxins from the environment. And how? If you look it up on YouTube, there's actually a time-lapse in between filtration for oysters in a tank. They do a really good job. They truly are nature's water filter. I've seen wild horseradish in the forest. Foraging can be a fun way to earn some cash, or you can use what you find as gifts for food and such. I'd be careful about that, though. Well, he's got the usual lineup here. Beer, solid, bread, spaghetti, pizza, coffee. But I get rich, I usually just like to buy beer and then you're everybody's friend. Oh, but he's got new stuff in here too. He's got trout soup, mixed berry pie, a combination of strawberry, salalberry, blackberry, bearberry. Eat. It's got rapeseed flour, red onions, shallots. I hate these. I do not like any of it. I will never eat these in real life. Ever. Ooh. Looked up paca meat, beast meat, beef. Oh, he's got all the good stuff here. Lots of different meat. Seasonings, marshmallow fluff, a hearty stew recipe, and the hearty stew itself. Neat. Finally! I agree! Somebody finally has a whole bunch of meat. Oh. Stupid internet maintenance. I take it that you were in the middle of a whole bunch of internet maintenance that cut out your internet. Sorry to hear that. I'll be baking cookies today. I'd like to make flower shapes in the spring. Maybe I'll tell you one of my recipes one of these days. Oh, keep your secrets, Gandalf. Keep your secrets. But yeah, I've been palling around in Stardew Valley, and it's been a really good time so far. It's good to have you back, Hollow Atelier. Don't feel too bad about missing stuff. As usual, I always upload VODs, and the chill streams for these will be one of those things that will definitely be something uploaded. Other than a small glitch that I've found. It's a bit problematic. My mail is a little bit glitched out in the game, so I'll have to fix that on the next stream. Otherwise, everything's been expanded. They've got new outfits for people, new lines of dialogue. There's a lot. A lot got added in, and it all congrues together perfectly. I'm happy about it. It leaves you pretty irked, though, yeah. No, seriously, I don't like it when the internet goes out either. So how's your first night in the old cottage? It was good. Kegs seem to be in good order. Susan is quite skilled at crafting kegs. There's a lot of these here. Residents here in Pelican Town use these kegs and barrels to turn their produce into wine and jelly. It's a part of the community farm. There's lots of good stuff around here. A lot of daffodils, too. Good forage stuff. So yeah, about me being irked when there's no internet, that's kind of become kind of like a family meme with me. Because this was way, way, way back, like years ago when I was still just a wee young little lad. Not even out of high school yet. And my folks went out on a big vacation. And they said, now, young Barkeep, if you ever run into any trouble, just use the cell phone and we'll have that ready for emergencies. But we can only read it when we get back to the hotel. And so, you know, tiny Barkeep me, well, not exactly super tiny, but tiny Barkeep me was all like, yes, papa, yes, mama. I didn't sound like that back when I was a high schooler, but... So I said, yeah, it sounds good. And off they went. And about a week into them being gone is where the internet cut out. And that really sucked because I think I was playing some sort of MMO at the time I was really into. It's probably MapleStory or some dumb shit like that. I was really into MapleStory back then. Might have been RuneScape. I don't know. And I freaked because the internet was out and I couldn't get back on. And at the point of time I was alive, I didn't know that there could be such things as internet outages, I guess you could say. So I tried phoning my parents. My parents didn't pick up. I tried fixing the internet myself. I couldn't get it to work because there was an internet outage. And so, normally, what one would expect to say in a situation like that would be something along the lines of, Mom, Dad, the internet is down, how do I fix it? Right? That would be what a normal, well-adjusted person would say. That's not what Barkeep did. What Barkeep did, in his galaxy brain, was decide to call them 6, 7 more times. And of course this doesn't work because Barkeep's not figuring out because that they're not there at the hotel. So it's not going to go through. Right? So, whole bunch of phone calls. Already that's terrifying for 2 prospective parents going on vacation and they got their kid home alone, right? And then dear old Barkeep decides to send him a text message finally. It occurs to him that this is the way. This is the path to having the internet fixed. So, what do I say? Except for the love of God, please pick up. So, at around 10 or 11 p.m., I get the most freaked out phone call. Mom's on the other end. And they're like, oh God, are you okay? What's happened? Is everything fine? The place is not on fire, is it? And again, $1 million Barkeep brain decides to say, not everything's fine or thank you for checking up on me or anything like that. But Barkeep brain decides, oh, it's all good. The internet's finally back. Oh. And I can hear my mom's expression change to flat disbelief. Dad's laughing in the background really hard because it's probably the dumbest shit I've ever done in my life. And so she goes on to ask me, so everything's fine there? There's no fires or anything? And I'm like, nope, it's all good. And they've never let it go since. They've never, ever let it go since. That was the day where I phoned my parents a whole bunch of times, said, oh, for the love of God, pick up. All because the internet wasn't working. Yeah. First world problems to the extreme. Yeah. Oh, God. Holy shit. Oh, yeah. No, I deserve to be teased about that. That's one of those things out there where it's like, Barkeep, you were a substantial idiot that day. You know? Shit, I actually got a little tear in my eye laughing about that. Oh. That gets me every time. That's kind of funny, because doing dumb shit like that back when I was a kid was very uncommon like that. Like, I was an easy baby. I hardly ever cried, and I know most of you are probably scoffing and telling yourselves, oh, he's just making that up, or, oh, that's what their parents said, but I do have a really good recollection of, like, never crying all that much. Oh, owl. Like, even if I would get a scrape or something like that, for me, it would just be like, ow, I'd get up and then I would move on. But yeah, doing really stupid shit like that wasn't a huge proclivity for me back then. Didn't happen all that often, and when dumb things did happen, that was kind of like a stark moment of disbelief for my parents and anyone else involved. Because I'm thinking about that, and the only other time I ever did something really stupid like that was when I put an entire bottle of bubble bath into the bath. Just complete jackassery that day. You frickin' grow! I really need a scarecrow. Bastard crow's pecking out all my delicious food. It's gonna be the problem that kills me yet. But hey, we've got some parsnips. Save one. And sell the others. Oh god, yeah, back to like dumb childhood stories. Yeah, I decided to put in a whole bunch of bubble bath into a bath, and normally that wouldn't be a major problem. Except, well, we had one of those jacuzzi-type baths. And if you don't know what that is, fair enough. But it's the kind of bath where you turn the jacuzzi on, it's got those jacuzzi jets and everything, it's very relaxing, but if you put bubble bath into it, even the most minute amount, bubbles stack up pretty quick. I mean, like, pretty damn quick. I forget how old I was at the time, but I was completely submerged in bubbles. We're all very lucky it didn't turn into a massive problem. But I literally had trouble standing above the massive tower of bubbles I had made. I mean, it was all pretty fun until I figured out that you can't breathe bubbles, and then, like, that got me kind of choking on that a little bit from here to there. So it's a good thing I, you know, got out of that as soon as I did. Because that could have gotten a little bit dangerous. And I mean, otherwise I was a pretty good kid. But distinctly I remember those two being sorts of things I did back then. That was just jaw-droppingly stupid. Like, how could you have even considered to do this, Barkeep? Little kids, you know? Children will do and say the darndest things. Of course, I had the pleasure of experiencing that to full effect, even when I was a kid. Now that one really shook me, because I didn't think that could happen, but I remember one time I was out in the playground. I couldn't have been more than 7 years old, and I got really shocked because I think a 3-year-old had discovered their first swear word. I was running around the playground saying bitch at the top of their lungs. To be honest, I don't think they knew what they were saying. They probably just heard it from some other older kid and thought it was the coolest thing to be said on planet Earth. So yeah, there's this little toddler guy just running around there going, bitch, bitch, bitch. Yeah. That one was something else. Kind of had my little eyebrows raised like, oh my god, you'll get in trouble saying that, didn't you know? It's at that juncture of being a child where it's like, oh god, we're not supposed to say that, get the belt, you know? I don't know the proper word for it, but my father installed a loud water pressure related device onto the pipeline. Okay. I don't know, kind of like an alarm or something like that? So anytime someone turns on anything that involves water in the house, you can hear that go off anywhere inside and from a good distance. It's prevented a lot of water-related mishaps as far as what we could do as children, and as far as myself and my 2 siblings are concerned. That's pretty good planning. Hot damn. Papa Hollow knew what he was doing. See, that's especially good if you've got siblings, right? Because you get siblings into the house, then you gotta keep track of, like, more than one kid. 2, that's not bad. 3, that's when it starts to be a problem, right? Me, I was a single child growing up. A lot of people says it's lucky, but that can be kind of lonely sometimes, but as I got older, I very much understood what they meant about it being lucky. Because I do like it. I do like being an only child. What's here? It's coal! I can draw with this. Hey hoozles, being an only kid growing up. I mean, that comes with its own challenges. Like, all eyes are on you. You know? But at the same time, I think it's pretty good. Hey, we got the getting started achievement there. Nice. 3 gold. Take a little sit down here, recover some energy. Got the advancements for raising animals, and just this for reaching farming level 1 and crafting a scarecrow. Nice. So yeah, you kind of got all eyes on you when you're growing up, and, you know, if your parents are disappointed, well, there's nobody's shoulder to blame on anything. It is literally just you when it comes down to it. So, you know, pros and cons to it, pros and cons, but kind of happy that I got to be the only kid. Really depends on dispositions and other related things. My siblings and I weren't too troublesome for our parents, and that's true. I agree with that. There's many different circumstances out there that lead to a family having a lovely time with things, or a family having a terrible time with things. Although, at the end of the day, I flat out starkly refuse to agree with anybody who comes up to me and says, oh yeah, they've got a family of, like, octuplets. They're not overworked and spread thin. No. As soon as you get past, I would say, 5 or 6 kids, that's where it gets into the point of you generally having a very difficult time looking after everything. Because that's a lot of frickin' kids. Don't know how it happens. Some people just keep on putting kids into the world. It's like, either you get yourself a really nice six-figure job to do it at the end of the day, or, I don't know, the government has really good subsidies for that, wherever you live. Wouldn't really know. But it's kind of my whole thoughts on the thing is that if you go past 4, no, 5 or 6, because 4 is still manageable. If you go past 5 or 6, that's when things start to get really nasty, and times are tough with raising kids and such. Because that's a lot of food that you got to buy for a family. It's a ton of clothing that you have to buy for a family. And then there's a lot of situations where it's not just your kids living in the house, but it's also some relatives too. I know that there's some situations where they've got their grandma in the house or something like that. Because if they can afford to do so, it's a lot better than having to put them into, assisted care and whatnot. More on that later at 9, but I'd say having that many kids is always a lot of... Anything less than that, it's definitely manageable, depending on how things are going and how they have gone. But yeah. Oh, I did that shittily. That's my bad. Yeah, it's kind of funny too. Come to think of it, like back when I was a kid, it's like you get wide-eyed looks from people acknowledging that you were the only child in a family, right? Because most other kids would have like a sibling or two. So I thought it was always kind of weird that I would get, the amount of sass and whatnot that I did from just being the kid that, was the only guy in the family. When I'm sure, me being the only one of that was definitely not the case. I don't know, kids are goofy like that. I'm gonna go down to the beach, see if I can't restore some more energy that way by having a little sit down over there. I mean, the town was fine for it, but the beach, even though it's a little bit longer ways out, restoring energy by having to sit down and listening to the relaxing, calming waves and the seagulls, it's kind of premium for restoring energy. That's another one of the ones that I added in Hollow. So I've got a modification that lets you sit down and slowly regain energy. And it's not as perfect as, per se... There's a lot of stuff on the beach right now. It's not as perfect as going up to the sauna, as I'm sure many people are aware of. But it does a pretty good job. And I just discovered this. Is the one that's over at the ocean. Apparently it's really, 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 really nice for relaxing at. Because you get the buff of calm peace, because obviously you're at the ocean. You get a restoring stamina buff for that. I know it says source of standing, but we are sitting. And then hearing seagulls near the water. So these all just stack on top of each other, and it's like, hey, you want to have some energy back? Take a load off. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. Concerned Ape put in that lovely pool, which is great for restoring stamina and whatnot, but then, at the same time, it's really utterly useless if I have to make a major trek to it. So, it's nice to have just areas that are closer that I can sit down and, you know, take a load off. Also, holy crap, the beach was lucrative tonight. Look at that. We got ourselves a trilobite. We got ourselves a lost book. There's gold ore. It's nuts. Yeah, an entire half hour is a lot in Stardew Valley. Even just me going from there up down there to the beach to restore some energy back, it took time. And that's what I like about that. Is that sitting down, I can't just pause the menu and get all my energy back like a cheat or something like that. I still have to invest time into it. And it will replenish energy, but it's not a great way to do it. Not perfect, but it is viable. And then with my remembrance on top of that, to kind of balance that kind of quality of life thing out just a little bit, I went ahead and made the goals for the community center a bit harder. I just figured that was kind of the right thing to do. And we haven't been there yet. We haven't unlocked it, but I have a feeling that sooner than later we're going to get a cutscene for it or something. I don't remember when, but it's going to be good. Now, if only I could fix that damn mail issue. I think there's no real big problem with it, to be honest. I think that letter is just probably just stuck on there like a sticky note or something like that. Then we're still going to get other mail otherwise. So, not a big problem. Anyways, level 1 farming. We can finally make scarecrows. This is a big one. Crows have been pissing me off. I'm angry at it. We have +1 watering can proficiency, +1 hoe proficiency. We have basic fertilizer. And these are really cool. Especially this guy down at the bottom over here, the mead keg, along with a log beehive. I want to be crafting these two because I'm Barkeep, gosh darn it. And we get to start up our own little bit of mead going forward. Well, we also got level 2 foraging. Survival burger. Yum 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 yum. 420. Blaze it, folks. That's what they say, right? All them hemp smokers and such. You know, the ones that I have heard tell of. Wait a minute. No, don't go to sleep for the night, but what was that? I saw 2 buffs up there. Weird. Uh-huh. Okay, so nothing new on that, but... Yes, we've got work to do here. We have work to do. We need wood, coal, and fiber for that. Grab our coal, wood, and fibers. Because I do want a scarecrow. This is a nice little quality of life thing. It shows you exactly the reach of a scarecrow, so you're not putting this down and wondering where the hell it's going to be effective. So I can pop that guy right down there, and it's good to go. And I'm happy about that. So I remember in the base game I was having issues left, right, and center with, I don't know, scarecrows just being really crappy to kind of figure out where they're going to go and whatnot. We got some spinach! Nice! Put that away. Some quality of life things that I don't understand that just get added to the game proper. Shoot, man, that's a big old conversation we're about to have right there. And I think it's just because either Concerned Leap is a little bit lazy. Maybe. You know, he's done a lot of work on this baby and considers it to be the final product. Or it could be one of those things where he considers that if he puts those quality of life things in, he would think it to be a chore. because it's been, you know, made so easy. So, yeah, and he's just one guy. Projection is very limited to that sort of thing. I don't know how far a guy could go out and do stuff on that, so it might be a lot of different things. Money. So let's check it out. If I want to make a log beehive, I need stone, coal, iron, and maple. Interesting. And if I want to make a mead cake, I need a lot of expensive stuff. Hardwood, golden bars, oak resin, and honey. Sheesh. It's a lot. Well, end of the day, I'm happy that I got the scarecrow. Well, we're still a newcomer, but we're getting up there. And we're finally figuring out more about the town, too. Oh my god, the cougar is single? Oh no. Uh-oh. Oh, that might be troublesome. I know you weren't here for it, Hollow, but this is one of the new neighbors that they added into the game with the mods I installed. And she's putting off major cougar energy. Major cougar energy. Just about to ask that. The question of the cougar. The cougar question that was at hand. Uh-huh. So yeah, we've got a couple of new ones around here. I don't think I've met everybody, but you've got new characters such as Martin, Olivia. We have different outfits for everybody, and they're seasonal. These two over here, nah, don't know them. This guy, still don't know. But yeah, there's a good few of them that we just don't know who they are. And that's the ones that are on the list. I honest to God don't know how many of them got added in that we don't know about, because there's a lot of properties off and around here that are completely sealed off for the moment. But, for example, let me show you. There's this area over here, I can't get into it. Two very fierce logs in front of it, and if I knew how to get into it, I would. Gotta be able to cut these down somehow. The property itself looks pretty abandoned. Speaking of abandoned, it looks like we can now get into the community center. Oh, hi there. Oh, the question of my future waifu/husbando. I don't know. That one's up in the air for now. What an eyesore. This is Pelican Town Community Center, or what's left of it anyways. It used to be the pride and joy of the town, always bustling with activity. Now, just look at it. It's shameful. Shame, shame, shame. These days, the young folk would rather sit in front of their computer and watch streamers on Twitch play video games than engage with the community. But listen to me, I sound like an old fool. A boomer, one might say. Twitch Corporation has been hounding me to sell them the land so they can turn it into a warehouse. Pelican Town could use the money, but there's something stopping me from selling it. I guess boomers like me get attached to the relics of the past. Oh well. If anyone else buys a Jojiko membership, I'm just gonna go ahead and sell it, damn it. Yeah, here, let's go inside. Poor Lewis. I really do feel for him. Anything changed up in here? What's this? I guess Vincent and Jazz must have been playing in here. This place is even more dilapidated than I remember. Always a big fan of this cutscene, mainly just because of the fact that Lewis is looking at you like a freaking crazed idiot. What's the matter? Are you ill? Are you down with the sickness? You saw something. I wouldn't be surprised if this place is full of rats. Little guy down there like, yeah, yeah! You're worrying me, Barkeep. A common sentence that many people have said. This right here, you're worrying me, Barkeep. You stick around, you're probably going to hear that a lot. Look, I think I'm going to head home. I need some lunch. And I'm just not up to being around your shenanigans, Barkeep. I'm having myself a self-aware moment. Hey, I'll keep this place unlocked from now on. Maybe you can help catch that rat if you have some extra time. Carve it up, make it into a juicy rat sandwich. Nom 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 nom. Strange. I'll have to come back and explore this building further. And when might one do that? Right now. I must immediately look at the golden plate. So, even if I did want to translate this, kind of looks like they got rabbits, bowls of soup, and an ad break, from which we'll be back in just a second. And we're back. Thank you so much for waiting. Let's continue to figure out what the heck all this slot means, because all I can really discern from all this here is just jars, reverse Uno card symbol, $sign, orbs, lots of orbs, maybe a football, a flower. Them little rats speaking strange languages. I feel like, what's his name? Gale from Shin Megami Tensei. What was it? Devil Summoner, I think it was called? The second one? There's something about him just flatly stating, I do not comprehend to things. And it's my favorite. My arms are really sore, but that's a sign of progress for a guy like me. Must have done 1,000 push-ups yesterday. 1,000 push-ups. I remember what it says. It's just a substitution cipher, if I remember correctly. I wish I knew what it says. Or, like, maybe had an idea of what it was. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Harvey, the local doctor. I perform regular checkups and medical procedures for all the residents of Pelican Town. It's rewarding work. I hope you'll find your own work equally rewarding in time. Maybe. I bring a few different things to sell on Saturdays. So she's got a whole bunch of different meats here. Dragon meat? What the dick? That's new. Oh my god, she sells these for a whole bunch of money? Man, Saturdays are good for this lady. That's what that piece of mail was talking about. This is Kaj's equipment shop. She's open from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. on Saturdays, Sundays, except for summer. So it's nice to see this little space being used when it's not summertime for ice cream and stuff. Makes me happy. Let's go ahead and donate to the museum. As you may see, there's now a whole big selection of beautiful glass casing around everything now. I don't know why these books are teleporting around like that, but that might just be a mod thing. So there's magical teleporting books. Let's just chalk it up to that. This is new. Oh, that's Victor. Oh, hey there. You're the new owner of Midnight Farm. I'm Victor. It's a pleasure to meet you. Barkeep, is it? Yes, it's me. Barkeep. The Barkeep. This is a book by Murray. Animals are very sensitive, they like to be pet every day, and prefer to eat grass outdoors and dry hay. They don't like being outside in the rain, though. Happy animals produce higher quality products. They should apply the same logic to people working in the workforce. Ha ha ha. And tips on fertilizing, I don't know. Made the mistake from getting out in front of your Snuggie. Oh no! My good friend Nuke for Prez, I'll tell you, I was making that same mistake constantly this past month. And a lot of my sleep was shitty because of it, because I had basically gone down to a bed that was just like, I don't know, a comforter, and that's it. And I was lying on top of it. And that was really great for summer. And then I got really complacent and lazy about it. And so now that it's wintertime, I've been freezing. And I just recently remade the entire bed and got everything laundered and put back together because I wasn't being lazy anymore. You know, persistently pushing myself to have a little bit more gusto into things of, you know, being good to myself nature. And I'll tell you, I'm sleeping beautiful now that I have some actual heat. That stark coldness nipping at my toes is not fun. It's bad times for everybody. Oh yeah, so now that we're up into the town and about here, let's explore some more of those new places that they added on in, like Blue Moon Vineyard. check this shit out. Because I know you're kind of interested in what I'll, like, put in. Hello. There's a new person down here. Eek, a stranger, says Sophia. Ooh, she's cute. Wait, aren't you Barkeep, the new farmer? Sorry, I get a little nervous around people I haven't met before. My name is Sophia. I'm the owner of Blue Moon Vineyard. Well, guess I'll see you around. And so, yeah, she's actually got a whole vineyard up and around here. It's all slotted out like a player farm would be like, except she's making a whole bunch of wine. And this whole house design I thought was really cool. Especially the part where they've got this subsection here. A moving box that blocks my path. Whatever could that be for? One might wonder. New adventures everywhere. Haven't slept properly for a week, had my wisdom tooth out, and it was a complicated extraction. Caused a dry socket and caused a toothache. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Had to go back the other day and get prescribed a bunch of stuff. I'm sorry to hear that, Nuke for Prez. That's never fun. Ooh, look at all those spring onions. Nice. I remember my wisdom tooth extraction. Folks, if you're squeamish about, you know, doctor stories and stuff like that, plug your ears for a sec while I go into this extremely disheveled place and meet the town drunk. But, yeah, starting now, cover your ears for just a second, or mute the stream. And for those who haven't, the story is basically, I had to get my wisdom teeth extracted as well. I remember that they took all 4 of them out, because all 4 of them needed to come out. And while they gave me the numbing agent, they didn't put me under. And no complications or anything bad happened. But I think the numbing agent wore off a little bit halfway through. So I could, like, feel my teeth getting extracted and everything. And I could hear, like, the crunching. It was not a pleasant circumstance. And I kind of wish they had put me under for the whole thing, but my doctor was a bit of a smartass. You know, I kind of like Sam from Cheers. I've been watching a bunch of Cheers lately. He is kind of like, in that relation, a bit of a smartass. So, when one of the ladies came up and says, do you want to use anesthesia for this guy? My doctor, like, gave one look at me and said, nah, he's a tough guy. We don't need to use anesthesia on him. That dick. That dick. It was, one of the least pleasurable experiences of my life, but I'm glad that everything happened well. He was very professional, besides being a goof-ass. He was probably one of the best dentists out there I know of. It was really cool. I don't go to him anymore, but man, he was an absolute smartass. Anyways, I'm going to type in the chat message. There we go. Tell all the folks who have muted me for the duration of, you know, not wanting to hear about horrible tooth stories. We're good now. We've told the story. Y'all can unmute me. We're good to go. We don't knock people out in the UK unless we request it, I think. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and you don't take them out unless you need it. That's generally the rule of thumb for that sort of thing. But that's how it went for me. It was interesting. This is Andy. Would you look at that? It's the new farmer everyone's been talking about. Finally moved to the valley, I see. I bet you anything he's got that kind of a hick expression. I've been working Fairhaven Farm for many years. It ain't much, but it's honest work. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Damn it. They made the man into a meme. You're lucky you got that free property from your grandpa. I guess I am, Andy. I guess I am. You guys have ever seen that meme where they got the guy standing out there being all like, oh, it's not much, but it's honest work. That's him. That's the man. Tooth had a hook root and bulbous root, so he was stubborn. Thought they were going to dislocate your jaw with the force you had to use. Jesus. Hell, check it out. It's Makeout Peak. It's the remains of a campfire. Empty bottles are littered about. You know, it's kind of funny that I'm actually seeing this up near that area. Because this right here, take a moment to like look at it. Rudimentary campfires and junk like bottles and beer cans and stuff like that. When I was a little kid and we used to go driving up and around to the mountain ranges and stuff like that, you'd see a lot of these little rudimentary areas where you just know teens went up to have a fire. And, of course, these would be in locations where fires are either inadvisable or completely banned. So, sometimes you have to kind of look for them. But for the most part, you just know it was a teenage party that went off over there. Oh yeah, and there's all this back here still. I was kind of interested in seeing if there was more to the whole area. Because it's been expanded out hugely. Like, Aurora Vineyard is down that way. And... well, Pelican Town is back the other way. And I didn't look to see if there was more to this, but Aurora Vineyard. Like, it says somebody's been living here recently. But I don't know who. See, the table here looks fairly new. But other than that, the whole place is just completely overrun. And then there's this. A whole little article about Aurora Vineyard being bankrupt due to a market crash. It's interesting. There are spiders living on the shelf, blowing waves to you. I love that. And I wonder if this is like one of those things that'll get repaired once you do the community center, maybe? But the place is bad. I almost wonder if, like, maybe if I were to clear it out myself, somebody would take notice and be like, hey, you fixed up the area for me and you took out all the trash and whatnot. Because it doesn't cost me much energy to do that. Although, come to think of it, a wild area like this, the grass will probably just be here the next day. This is one of those things of curiosity. I don't know anything about it. And I checked the mailbox, too. It says here, the Dawkins residence. I don't know who the Dawkins are, of all people. This might be something that comes into play later on, maybe. But I'll tell you what, the area is big. Kind of seems like this forest path just kind of goes on and on and on and wraps around. Hey, is there something up over that way? Can I get in there? I kinda can? I almost feel like this is a big old secret area that I can get into. Possibly, maybe. Like, I'm making some headway. I don't know if I could get it, like, to over there. Ah, curious and curiouser. Like, this is really cool. They've made an entire forest area that seems pretty mythical by all means. I don't know, I don't think there's really any entranceway into that, but there's a whole lake out here down at the bottom. I'll probably have to go here sometime for fishing or whatever. I can go this way, though, and there is something here. What is this? Ancient sword artifacts. Well, that's something new. There's 3 of them. I wonder where this is leading me. Oh, this is a loop around. Okay. I gotta get back to my place before I pass out, but that was cool. I didn't think they had something like that in there. Ancient sword. I almost feel like you gotta have a decent scythe to get around in here. Everything's all covered up by grass. But that's a neat addition. Very well done, modders. Very well done. I like that a lot. That's just little stuff like that that I really appreciate. Because I think there's like new artifacts and everything added on into this as well. So we'll have a whole bunch more stuff to donate to the museum at the end of the day. Oh, can't go this way. And once again, my inventory is gosh darn full. The first moment we get to upgrade our inventory, where I can go from what we've got right now to 24, that's always such a big game changer. Let's go ahead and put away 1 leek. Put a spring onion in there just because I feel like that might be a thing, and sell off the others. Sell. Probably only need just 1 ancient sword artifact. And if I do need more, I'll know I've shot myself in the foot. Those don't sell for too much. They're just 100 gold each. That's a little disappointing. And spinach. Not great. I would have thought I would get more than that, but... oh, okay, I guess. Huh, raining out again. I feel like it's just like constantly raining out here right now. Oh, I got a parsnip from that of all things. So we've got, what do we have here? Oh yeah, so if I hover over something and I hold down right click, you can tell what things are. So these are white alpine strawberries. We've got passion fruit over there. And these are a couple of roses. No new mail. Well... Come to think of it, folks, I think that's where we're going to call it for tonight. I think I've had a nice little calm late night stream there. I hope you guys enjoyed. We got to play a whole bunch of modded Stardew Valley. And so for, a lot of times during the day or the evening or whenever I want to chill stream or something that's more relaxing where I don't have to think as much, this is definitely going to be the game that we're going to be playing for those. So going forward, this will be the game for chill days. On top of that, I'd also like to note that I'll do a little bit of work with the mods and whatnot, see if I can't garner some better stability, and fish out some of the ones that are causing issues. I'll definitely try and get rid of the thing that's causing the mail problem, if I can. But I'm not sure if or when I'll be able to do that, so we'll see what we can do with it. Otherwise, thank you very much for all stopping in. I hope you had a lovely time watching the stream tonight. I always strive to have a good stream. I hope you enjoy the new chill late night format. Not as loud, not as boisterous, but still pretty silly. And yeah, I really do hope you enjoyed tonight's stream. Um, I'm hoping next time to do Hylix too. I'd really like to get back to that. Um, I'm going to be out for dinner tomorrow, so that might be a late night stream. I don't know when particularly, but again, the best way to tell whether I'm live or not is to be in the Discord, so we'll get that Discord link in there, just to make sure that everybody knows where that is. Good stuff. And yeah, I think that's going to be it for today. So there we go. We'll go ahead and find somebody to raid as usual. Boy, it must be going through a lot of them if it's not finding anything tonight immediately. Maybe I didn't press it right. Usually it's pretty quick from the draw. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to go ahead and raid a good friend of ours here in the stream, Corey Kirby. There's our raid message there. Make sure to copy that. Paste that into Corey Kirby's lovely, lovely channel. And again, I hope everybody had a fantastic night watching the stream. Definitely going to be on for some more Hylix possibly tomorrow, maybe the day after that. Again, Discord is your best way to keep up with the streams. I highly encourage you to join it. Otherwise, you're never going to know when I'm streaming, and that'd be terrible. I mean, Twitch does a pretty good job of things, but Discord's the best way. So, that's the one I recommend. Anywho, stay safe out there. Keep warm during the cold winter months. Keep yourself fed. Look after your friends, your family, and the folks around you. And again, thank you so much for coming on in. This has been a lovely time. That's Barkeep, signing off.